Bungie is really great at adding mystery to their games. They always want to make you wonder what could happen and what the next threat on the horizon may be. Take a look back at the Halo games with the Forerunners. In the Bungie games, there were mysterious worlds and architecture, but the race or species was nowhere to be found. In Destiny, there are many alien races and factions, and one of them is super weird, the Nine. The Nine themselves are dark matter entities in our solar system, but characters like Orin, Xur, and the STARHORSE have puzzled us for some time. Today we are going to discuss the Dares of Eternity, the STARHORSE, and the significance behind this 30th anniversary DLC. In the Dares of Eternity, we take part in a game show ran by Xur and the mysterious STARHORSE. Now, some of the lines they say are literal references to existing game shows in real life, and Xur always signs off when the event is complete. Now, it's worth noting that this event could just be for fun. Hey, let's make Xur host a game show and throw in this STARHORSE next to it. There may not be actual lore behind it, it could just be for fun, but of course us Destiny lore fans like to dive in and see if there's anything deeper behind it. So are the Nine truly testing us once more, like in the Trials of the Nine, the Reckoning, and now in Dares of Eternity? Let's dive right into it. You may have noticed we see familiar enemies from Destiny 1 returning in this new activity. Also weapons from other universes like Halo, Marathon, and Myth. When you first jump into this update, Xur actually has an explanation for this, and is called the Paraverse.
This is Xur, your servant, simple conduit for forces beyond my understanding. I have been ordered to summon you to eternity. Forgive the interruption, and I hope you survive. This place is eternity, a plane that exists between realities, where the paraverses converge. Here, you will encounter mind-bending dangers and bountiful riches.
Basically, Eternity, where this all takes place, is essentially a Paraverse hub. Xur says that the STARHORSE is able to pull objects from other dimensions into this plane for us to use and fight against, like those enemies, and explaining how we have weapons from other timelines and games like Halo. Throughout various stages, you can gain STARHORSE's favor, a buff that gives you back some heavy ammo and some movement abilities and things like that, and the STARHORSE is pleased by your actions if you complete encounters efficiently. So what the heck is this celestial STARHORSE anyway? Let's first begin with where we've seen the horse and some lore entries and speculation that fuel some theories. Back in Destiny 1 Grimoire card Ghost Fragment Legends 2, we see this line. In the direction of the Corona Borealis supercluster, pierce the lightless void beyond the northern skies and meditate on the hissing silence. Now, we originally thought that this line may lead us to where the Nine reside, perhaps where they came from. We now know that they involve the planets in our solar system and dark matter entities and things like that, so this line may just be speculation from whoever wrote it that long ago in the Grimoire card. But neighboring the Corona Borealis supercluster is the constellation Ophiuchus, which contains the Dark Horse Nebula.
The humble Xur, and the horse from beyond the cosmos. Well said, Great One. Speak, and the stars unravel before you.
So that was one of the original theories, that the horse represented the origins of the Nine, and perhaps how the Nine observe us. The definition of a dark horse is also this: a candidate or competitor about whom little is known, but who unexpectedly wins or succeeds. Another idea was that the horse represents death. Certain invitations of the 9 back in Season of the Drifter were tied to tarot cards, and the horse invitation in the game was labeled death, so that was also one theory. The horse could also just represent the 9 approving of us. Given when we see the horse, we saw it when we went flawless in the Trials of the 9, when it's giving us gifts and dares of eternity, and approving of Drifter's actions back in this cutscene.
We have enjoyed watching you. We came to say farewell. Our attention is required elsewhere.
All right. Thanks for the memories, you lunatic. Anything else I can do for you?
You're already doing it. Keep playing the game.
The horse also appears on an emblem with the text, "You are worthy." So STARHORSE's purpose in the Dares of Eternity is what I described before. It's a paracausal being able to pull objects from other dimensions here so we can interact with it in its game show. The STARHORSE itself can grant abilities, powers, and speaks to us throughout all of this, but Xur kind of needs to translate.
We are your hosts, the modest Xur and the horse whose flowing mane encompasses all timelines. We are all watching. Perform well, Guardians.
Some have speculated that the STARHORSE is just Bungie, a being pulled from other timelines, something able to give us these items from somewhere else, and telling us that, hey, you did a good job in that activity or you did a bad job. STARHORSE can also just be a paracausal mystery as we perceive it, a being tied to the 9 to represent our failure, but most importantly, our triumphs. So that's all the information we have on the STARHORSE. As I described at the start of this video, Bungie likes mystery, and there's still some mystery behind why we saw this horse in the first place in regards to the 9. Before we wrap things up though, I wanted to play some weird and interesting dialogue lines from the Dares of Eternity, like this one about ghosts reproducing. So again, these could just be for fun, but take a listen.
You are tonight's champion. Please take your winnings and thank you for playing Dares of Eternity. And this is Xur, reminding you to have your ghost spayed or neutered. Good night. Your role is to fight, Guardians. Mine is to observe. The horse alone passes judgment.
Anyway, Guardians, that's all we got for today's video. If you'd like to see some other Destiny lore and mysteries just like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name's Evade, and I'll catch you all in the next video.